Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are cooking some Wagyu. We have some quality Wagyu we found at Walmart, and we are going to be comparing that to some Japanese Wagyu A5. We're going to cook one of each sous vide, and one of each is going to go on a pan. So we have our seasoning, we have some basil, some Italian herbs, and some garlic, as well as some olive oil, salt, and pepper. We have the sous vide set up ready to go, and we're about to unpackage these beautiful steaks and get them going. Okay, so step one is we'll start with the Walmart one and get it cut open and removed from the package. There we go, so there's one done. Okay, we got the Japanese A5 out, we got the Walmart one. I'm just going to trim off the small little piece of fat before we get it in the sous vide bag so that we can just not have that much fat while it cooks. That is like cutting butter. Okay. We are going to save that to use on the pan when we do the other piece a bit later. But let's go ahead and get these seasoned up now. Before we get the seasoned up, let's give you a close look so you can see what this Wagyu looks like. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make what we're basting these steaks with. So I'm going to take some of the basil. I've added a little bit of olive oil into this bowl already. Put some basil in there. We can go a little more. Then we're going to mix in some garlic. And some of the Italian herbs. Okay, let's get this mixed up into a little bit of a paste real quick. Go ahead and add a little bit more olive oil. Okay, that is smelling and looking great. So our next step is to get these steaks seasoned up. So we'll start with some pepper. Okay, there's pepper. Move over to some salt. Okay, let's get those flipped over. And same thing for the other side. Okay. Got a nice dusting of pepper. Time for the salt on the other side. Okay, these are now salted and peppered. Next step, we're going to take some of our mixture of the herbs and get that on the steaks. And I will get this spread around. Spread the love. I'm going to take a little bit off this one. Just put that back. Still want to see how that meat is cooking. Okay, I think that's a good coat right there. Same for the Walmart one, we'll take a little bit off. Okay, that side is good. Let's go ahead and do the flip. Get that going on the Walmart steak as well. And let's get that nice and spread out evenly. Okay, these are now seasoned, so we can get them ready to go into the bags for the sous vide. Okay, one important thing is we do not want to miss out on seasoning the sides and getting our mixture with some of the salt and pepper and everything all around the steak. Get all of that love and goodness on there. Same on the Walmart one. Want to make sure we get everything, the good amount of our seasoning. Okay, got the sous vide bag. We'll start with the Walmart one. Get that in. Have that nice and situated. And then let's get the Japanese one into the sous vide bag. Okay, perfect. Now we can get these sealed up and get them going. Alright, let's get these sealed up. We'll start with the Walmart one. Get that click down. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do, especially cooking sous vide and with a piece of steak that's really good and important, is there's our seal line. I like to double seal it just to be extra sure that nothing's going to get out. So I'll just clip that in again and just hit seal so that we can get a double seal on that. Alright, there's that second seal, so we should be good. Keep all that water out. So now we're going to go ahead and get the Wagyu into the sous vide bucket. We have it set at 135 degrees Fahrenheit and we are going to do this for 2 hours. So do the Japanese one first, get that all the way down in there, and then we will go ahead and get the Walmart one in on the other side. Okay, now we wait. So we've reached the end of the sous vide time. It is now time to take these steaks out and get them dried off and ready for the sear. So we'll start with the Walmart one. Get that out of the water.
You got them in already.
Cut it open. While I'm at it, I might as well turn that off. Oh, it feels tender. It might break apart. Alright, there's the Walmart one. Let's get that dried off. Oh my goodness, that is so tender. Alright, let's get the Japanese A5. Still nicely sealed up. It's always good to see. Let's see, hopefully this one does not break apart. Okay, it's holding together nicely.
How does it feel?
It feels, it's interesting. It's tender, but it still feels like it's together. So we'll see. Let's get this dried off and then we can get it prepped for the sear. Alright, so these are now 2 completely dried off steaks. We'll get the torch out and get those seared. And we have our other potatoes that are ready, and we have our control steaks. These were cooked on a cast iron skillet. So this will be what we're comparing sous vide and cast iron to. Alright, we are ready for the sear. Now we're ready for the sear. so now the steaks are seared. We can get in close and get a look. Wow, those are looking so good. Cool. Now we can get these ready to serve.
We got the sous vide one there, the pan-seared ones in there. We are ready to feast.
Oh yeah, we are ready. So these came out really good. Got that nice little bit of a crust. We should have that bit of charred feeling, and they should be the perfect level of doneness coming out of the sous vide. So next step is try it out.
I got you right here.
Oh, slicing like thin slices.
I'll cut it in half first just to get an idea.
All right.
Oh, you gotta start with the Walmart one.
So okay. Start with the Walmart Wagyu. Sorry, it's pulling apart while I'm cutting it.
Oh my god.
There we go. That is the inside right there. That is looking good. All right, time for the Japanese Wagyu. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
See it. Ooh, look at that.
There's that Japanese Wagyu A5. That is looking good. How do you want to slice it, Paul?
Should we do like a little test piece each?
Yeah, let's do
Like
a little test piece.
sliver? Probably like 1/4 inch slivers.
There?
Yeah.
Mhm.
How does it feel cutting it?
It's actually, it still feels firmish, which
Yeah.
is,
Interesting.
like the Walmart one is like pull apart.
We'll do this. It's firm but tender.
Yeah, it's strange, like,
We'll do that. That way, once we're ready, we'll go ahead and. That definitely has a different flavor. Like just licking your fingers. It's
all
like
right,
a nutty. I don't know how to explain it.
there we go. We have the tryout pieces.
We using forks or going in it like a man?
I'm gonna like that.
Alright.
All right, guys. You ready to try? Where do you want to start? With the pan-seared or
I think in
sous
the
vide?
Walmarts.
Okay,
first,
let's
and then
start with
Walmart.
Walmart.
Walmart pan.
Okay, Walmart pan.
Walmart pan. It is.
Wow, cheers.
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 Slap our meats together.
Even though it is a little more done, it's still really good.
Yeah,
And
it's tender. Wow.
Definitely has the tenderness, even though this is, I would say this is well done.
Yeah.
And that's hard to get well done and tender.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, that was dry brine for about 2 hours. Normally more, but it is what it is.
You can taste the salt.
Hmm?
You can taste the salt from the dry brine.
Yeah. Alright, should we go to the sous vide Walmart
Let's
one?
do sous vide Walmart.
Okay.
Get away from me. Wow, that's tender. You can
This is more the
already,
medium side.
you can already feel the difference.
Oh wow.
Mmm.
Oh yeah, sous vide wins that one by a mile.
Oh yeah.
That's a big difference. Wow. Mmm. Smells pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I like that one.
All right, you guys ready?
I think
Japanese A5
Let's go.
so. Let's go for it.
pan-seared. Let's go. Cheers for the
Cheers.
real deal.
Oh.
We'll get the back end. No COVID yet.
I couldn't wait. Oh dang. So
Oh,
buttery.
wow.
So buttery.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
You would think this was deep fried in butter.
Yeah.
Like, you would really get that feel, and we used no butter at all.
It's definitely super tender. Like you don't need teeth. Maybe for the initial bite, but
Yeah. So if you feed it to your grandmother, no dentures needed. You can just chew with your gums.
Very like nutty, right?
A little bit.
And that was pan seared.
All right, you guys ready for sous vide?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. That's a rich taste.
That's good.
I think I might want to cut one in half and eat a little piece of it.
I'm going all the way, Abe.
Same, all the way.
You know what? You guys do
Don't,
you.
don't
but
back down now.
I can't. I'm sorry.
That's right, guys. Japanese A5. Cut it with scissors. All right, you ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sous vide definitely wins.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You could almost eat it with a straw.
One thing I'm noticing is that nutty flavor isn't fully there. It's not as pronounced as a cast iron.
Mm-hmm.
And with the marinade that we put on it, you can definitely taste those all the flavors coming through.
Mm-hmm. But also just looking at the pattern, so you can see how it's that sear's only gone like a quarter inch in, and then you have that level of doneness through.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little. The pan-seared one, you can taste the crispiness. You know, it's like
Yeah.
the edges of the bacon almost. It's very crispy at the edges.
Yeah.
So you're making this for your in-laws. What way do you go? Do you go sous vide or do you go pan-seared?
I have two answers for that. If you got the in-laws coming over, you're buying the Walmart one, and you're gonna sous vide the Walmart one. But if you're buying the A1, right? A1.
A5.
A5. Sorry, A5. I'm going with a skillet. I don't know why. I just like that extra little crispiness on it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you were to sear this in a cast iron instead of torching it, I think it might be even better.
Yeah, you could definitely
right.
do a hybrid. So you could sous vide it and then hit it on the cast iron real quick at high temperature. Because I think that would be easier to get your level of
crispiness
doneness.
is what I like the most about it because it's the fat almost renders like bacon, so you want that little bit of crispiness.
Yeah, yeah.
For my in-laws, I think I'd have to agree with Paul. I'd give the.
You still want to impress them, you know.
Yeah, but you don't want to go too crazy.
So you just tell them you're treating them to Wagyu, and you don't say it's Walmart or.
It's still good Wagyu. I mean, it still tastes phenomenal.
I mean, for as far as I know, it doesn't say anywhere on the package that it's Walmart Wagyu. So they wouldn't know any better.
So how do you say this compares to a fillet or a ribeye, just a regular beef ribeye?
I mean, definitely, like, when it comes to the A5, like, when you bite into it, it just, like, it melts, and then also there's, like, an unsurprisingly amount of, like, moisture just appears. Because the fat is, like, the capillaries are bursting, I guess, and they're just kind of leaking out everywhere. So that first bite is, like, always, like, really gushy.
It's strange because, like, feeling it, like, it feels firm. And you feel, like, even the sous vide one feels more firm. The Walmart one's, like, soft and squishy, but the moment you, like, bite in, it just, like, turns to liquid.
Yeah.
I feel like the Walmart one might be more of a ribeye as opposed to...
No, yeah, so the Walmart ones are ribeyes, and then the actual A5s, those are New York strip. So that's the interesting part.
Right. I mean, more like the marbling. I feel like Walmart is scamming people. Like, oh, this is Wagyu, but really it's just
like
a fancier...
Hey, Walmart spent a lot of money printing Wagyu 500 times on that packaging, so...
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to like quality over price on a regular basis, I would have to go with the Walmart one.
Yeah, how much was it for the Walmart one?
$18 a steak.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
So we're talking Walmart's $18 a steak. These are about $110 a steak.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Go with the Walmart one for sure, yeah. And then say it's Wagyu. And then you're like rolling like a millionaire.
You still get the name recognition of Wagyu. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna dig in and enjoy the rest of the Wagyu. But if you guys want to try it, if you're cooking for a lot of people, go the Walmart way. If you really want to try this, I do recommend trying the Japanese A5. But it's, obviously from a cost perspective, it's not really feasible to be it as like a regular thing. But it's definitely worth a try. But on the regular basis, you could probably do Walmart once a month and have a good, flavorful steak without breaking the bank.
Yeah, save the money
Yeah.
that you get buying the Walmart steak and get a sous vide.
There you go. You could actually, for the price, because these came in a 2-pack from Costco, and that was $210. So you could get the 2 Walmarts steaks plus the sous vide at about the same price.
Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely digging in some of these potatoes.
Let's go.
So we just finished our Japanese A5 Wagyu, comparing it to the Walmart Wagyu. We had our full meal, and we want to share what our final thoughts are about it. I'll start. I think A5 was good in a small piece. Like, trying it out initially, it was good, but having a whole steak was like way too much. Like, anything short, like more than 2 small pieces was like way too much and really too strong on the fattiness. So honestly, if I'm sitting down and I'm having a steak, I would go Walmart. I think it's overhyped, and I really don't think it's worth the money to go to the A5.
Yeah. Like, to me, the flavor was okay. Like, it's good. It's just a little thick. Like, little thick in the sense of, like, richness. A little too much. Like you were saying, you have, like, 1 or 2 slices, and it's amazing. Once you start eating more and more, it just starts getting, like, too much. Like, there's too much fattiness. It starts, like, really building up. Like, it's because I also like I like fillets more. So, for me, it's still very heavy on the fatty side, which might be good for some people. Like, they might like the really richness, but is it worth? How much was it for steak?
We were $218 for 2 steaks, so let's
Yeah.
call it $110 a steak.
$110 a steak. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Not worth it for me. I'd rather have a fillet if I'm gonna go like fillet all the way.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
$110, like just 110, you get a whole Costco fillet. Never mind like 1 steak. So
Yeah.
that's if I was spending the money.
That's the other thing, because if each
Price-wise.
one was 110, it was total about 220, a little bit over after tax. You might as well get a whole ribeye roast with it, and
I mean,
get tons of steaks.
We could do a ribeye roast with fillet. It's like,
Yeah.
depending what we do and what cut, you could do a brisket with ribeye roast and
Yeah.
fillet and come
That
out
would be
at the
good.
same
Yeah,
price.
you have them both at the same time,
Yeah,
and then you can have a little bit of this, and then have a bunch of steak, and then you're like, perfect.
yeah. I did like the tenderness and the they are right when they say it melts in your mouth, especially if you cut it thin. But for me, it was, I don't know what flavor it was, but that nuttiness was a little too overwhelming for me, and I found it very sensitive. But honestly, I think it is, like Richard said, overhyped. I think it's a little bit too expensive for what other people are claiming it is. But the Walmart one, dude, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, if you want Wagyu and you don't want to break the bank, I would go Walmart. And just like I said, for eating the whole steak, I would go with the Walmart one over the A5 one. Like, I just don't see the value there for what it is. I mean, on small pieces, sure, but even like on the sous vide versus the cast iron, like the sous vide kept a lot more of that fat and that moisture in, which is great on those, a couple of small pieces, but it's like you almost feel like your mouth's coated with it after you have a few.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think moral of the story is, if you obviously if you can afford it and you want to try it and see for yourself. But we've all seen many videos out there where everybody's like saying how great and amazing Wagyu is, and I really don't believe it lives up to the hype.
I think for an experience, though, it's good for people to get out there and kind of see for themselves. But to make it a regular habit, I wouldn't recommend it. At least for me. I don't know if it's different for anyone else.
Yeah. I think for me, it was the first initial couple pieces that we tried when we were standing up. Just tried a little bit. They were amazing. I loved them. Texture-wise, fantastic. Flavor was really good. But like, once you start eating more and you get a whole steak on the plate and you're eating it, you're starting to slow down and you're like, man, this is too much.
Yeah,
like start
true.
going more towards the potatoes. I'm like, yeah, these potatoes are great. I'll have one little piece more. But it starts getting too much.
Yeah.
Well, it is interesting. Every single time since I've known Abe, it's always been a medium rare steak, and today was the first time I ever heard him ask for well done. So that was an
from
intro.
Walmart.
which is a good point to make. You can well done this steak for the $18, and it's still super tender.
Oh yeah, the Walmart
Yeah.
Super
one.
tender. Yeah, the Walmart one, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think it really goes to it. If you really want to do Wagyu, I mean, I did not think I would be saying this at the end of the night, but Walmart Wagyu, cook it sous vide, even cook it on cast iron. Like, I really don't think you can go wrong. Unless you really overcook the heck out of it, that it's like dust on your plate, I think you'll probably be good with it.
Oh yeah. But if you want to try that fillet, the A5, get like 5 or 6 people to go with you, because honestly, there's no way I could imagine myself finishing a whole steak like that.
Yeah,
For yourself, no, you gotta chop it up in little pieces, serve it. That's why I think like fancy restaurants always have like those thin strips, and you only get like 5 or 6 pieces, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how many 5 or 6 pieces can we get out of that one whole fillet?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot, yeah. So.
Yeah, and that's exactly, you know, split it with a few friends if you want to try it. It's not going to cost you as much money, but really, you will not want to eat a whole steak by yourself.
Yeah, I definitely went into it thinking I'm like, oh, I can easily finish this whole steak. And little did I know, I'm like 4 bites in, I'm like, I've had enough. I'm not good.
Abe and I were talking about it earlier in the week. He was going to get like 3 or 4 Walmart steaks, and I was like, no, let's just do 2 of each and we'll have a fair comparison, because it would probably be too much. And that was a really good choice, because we put some to go for friends, and we did not finish all the steak between the 3 of us. So it was a good amount of meat, but you can't eat a lot of that. It's not like having a fillet or a regular sirloin or something where you could get a big piece and finish it all. I would not recommend that on the Wagyu.
Yeah.
The dipping sauces did help it though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we tried it with ketchup and it wasn't bad. I guarantee you nobody else out there is telling you to try Wagyu with ketchup, but I think it helped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, I
think that concludes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well thank you everybody for watching. If you want to try it, go ahead. Our thoughts, I think we're all unanimous that it's not something we're going to go out and buy again. We really can get better value for money with something else, and just something that I think would be a better meat quality, because even for the steak, it's like a 50-50 if that meat to fat ratio. Alright, well thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.